guys, like 30 years. I don't remember exactly what I said to her. I probably didn't even speak to her, to tell you the truth. But anyway, I haven't heard the name Cheryl Swoopes in quite a while. Okay, she hasn't played basketball in the WNBA for a while. But I've always said it, guys, that women's college basketball is way more popular than the WNBA. I mean, when it comes to college basketball today, man, people are talking about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Cheryl Swoopes, a three-time WNBA champion with the Houston Comets and one of the league's early stars, found herself at the center of controversy earlier this year over comments she made about Caitlin Clark's record-breaking college career. Clark broke the NCAA women's career scoring record on February 15th while leading Iowa through the season. She also surpassed a scoring mark previously held by Swoopes, setting an NCAA tournament record by scoring 191 points across Iowa's 6 tournament games, eclipsing Swoopes' 177-point tournament performance for Texas Tech in 1993.
And Angel Reese, they are big-time stars. And I was actually reading something the other day where, I don't remember who it was, but this one college basketball player that's a female, they were actually saying she should actually stay in college because she would actually make more money with NIL deals than the WNBA, which is a fact. I believe this player, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it may be Angel Reese. I don't remember exactly. But anyway.
Following Clark's record-breaking performances, Swoopes made a series of social media posts questioning the legitimacy of her accomplishments, including claims that Clark had used an extra year of eligibility and was averaging around 40 shots per game. Both claims were inaccurate. Clark did not use an additional year of eligibility, and her actual shot attempts per game were roughly half of what Swoopes stated. The post drew significant public criticism, with many accusing Swoopes of unfairly targeting Clark.
I don't remember exactly. But anyway, they made something like $900,000 in college. You go to the WNBA, guess what? You're making what? $100,000 on average? Something like that? Yeah, that is a huge pay cut. So if I was actually in college basketball, I would actually hold out and play all my years, as many years as I can, in women's college basketball. But anyway, that's a different story, so I digress. Cheryl Swoopes made
Amid the backlash, some social media users called Swoopes racist for her comments about Clark, who is white. Swoopes pushed back on that characterization, stating in comments that she believes black people cannot be racist, while noting she grew up in a small, predominantly white town in West Texas, that her childhood best friend is white, and that she played college basketball at a predominantly white school where she remains close with former teammates. She said race played no role in her comments and clarified that she has no issue with Clark's achievements, calling her impact on the growth and visibility of women's college basketball significant, pointing to increased attendance and viewership as evidence.
Cheryl Swoopes made a controversial comment about black people and race. Now, it seems like she is extremely jealous that Caitlin Clark actually became the women's NCAA all-time leading scorer. She also broke a record by Cheryl Swoopes also as well. So it seems like she's extremely salty. Now, apparently some people actually called Cheryl Swoopes racist.
The claim that black people cannot be racist is not accurate. Racism, defined as prejudice or discrimination based on race, can be expressed by people of any racial or ethnic background toward any other group. Aja Wilson previously made comments suggesting officials and opponents go harder on white players in the league. Following a lopsided loss in Las Vegas, that narrative got thrown right back at her.
Cheryl Swoopes racist. I don't know if her comments were necessarily racist, but it definitely seemed like Cheryl Swoopes was salty. Very, very salty. And apparently she got some things wrong also as well. She backtracked. She came out and apologized, I guess you can say. But now, guys, she is in hot water again for what she said about black people and racism. And it makes absolutely no sense.
The Indiana Fever handed Wilson and the Aces a blowout defeat by more than 30 points. a result some framed as payback for those earlier comments, and for what some perceived as jealousy toward Caitlin Clark, including reaction to her upcoming Nike shoe release. Caitlin Clark delivered a record-setting performance in her return game as the Fever ran away with a 34-point win over the Aces. Even while playing under a minutes restriction, Clark became the fastest player in NBA history to reach 600 career assists, doing so in just 72 games.
Racism, and it makes absolutely no sense. So let's go ahead and talk about it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We appreciate the support. So let's get into it, guys. Check this out. Ex-WNBA player Cheryl Swoopes insists black people can't be racist. This has to be one of the dumbest statements I think I've ever seen.
Injuries and limited playing time haven't slowed the record-breaking pace. Milestone after milestone keeps falling. In just 24 minutes of action, Clark shot 5 for 11 from the field, finishing with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. There's a sense that the ongoing minutes restriction is quietly holding her overall stat line down. Before this stretch, she was averaging roughly 21.5 points and 8 assists per game.
This has to be one of the dumbest statements I think I've ever seen. Newsflash, guys. White people aren't the only people that can be racist. Everybody, regardless of skin color, ethnicity, can be racist. And I'm black myself. I've definitely heard black people say racist things about white people. It's just a fact. Okay? There's a narrative out there that only white people can be racist.
The expectation is that restriction should be lifted by the next game. Turning to highlights, Sophie Cunningham, known as the Blonde Bomber, also had a big scoring night. Clark was putting on a show throughout the game, pushing the pace off rebounds, blowing past Chelsea Gray on drives, and pulling up for tough step-back jumpers that left defenders unable to keep up.
There's a narrative out there that only white people can be racist. Now, Cheryl Swoopes tries to actually set this up. She actually says her best friend is white. That is the excuse right there. So apparently she can't be racist, or black people can't be racist because she has a white friend. This is astonishing, guys. This doesn't make any sense to me. But let's read this, guys. Former Women's National Basketball Association star Cheryl Swoopes is fighting back, saying that black people...
Chelsea Gray, in particular, looked a step slow defensively and struggled to stay in front of anyone all game. At one point, Clark absorbed heavy contact attacking the rim that easily could have drawn an and-one call but didn't. It barely mattered, given how dominant the overall performance was. She controlled the game from start to finish in limited minutes against Las Vegas.
Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. Let's get right into things. So, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever proceeded to put belt to ass versus the Las Vegas Aces, whooping on them by 34 points. Disgusting. Disgusting. And you know what the GOAT did in her return. In
Sophie Cunningham stole a share of the spotlight as well. Vegas trips are known to wear players down, but that clearly wasn't the case here. Reports had her out enjoying the nightlife at a beach club with bottle service, and even making an appearance as a ring card girl at a UFC event before suiting up for the game. Despite all that, she went 7 for 9 from the field and 6 for 7 from three-point range, finishing with 20 points off the bench.
In restricted minutes, minutes restriction, Caitlin Clark has become the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 600 assists in only 72 games. Even in minutes restrictions, even with injuries, it don't matter. The girl breaks record after record after record after record. The GOAT, Caitlin Clark, came back and broke this record in her return.
An outstanding, high-energy night from the reserve unit. Kelsey Mitchell was rolling early, scoring 20 points in the first half alone. There was a stretch in the third quarter where she leaned heavily into scoring mode and wasn't looking to distribute much. But overall, she shot an efficient 8 for 16 from the field, including 3 of 8 from 3, finishing with 27 points and 3 assists.
Came back and broke this record in her return. Caitlin Clark only played 24 minutes, 12 points, 5 of 11 shooting, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. I'm going to be honest, I feel like Stephanie White is sabotaging her stats. Before this whole minutes restriction debacle, Caitlin Clark was averaging 21 and a half points and 8 assists. Her stats are dropping because of this minutes restriction, but it's okay because in the game Wednesday, Caitlin Clark should be out of this minutes restriction, but we got a bunch.
Aaliyah Boston completely took over her individual matchup against Wilson. The expectation heading in was that she needed to show up big in this matchup, and she delivered, putting together a strong all-around game with 19 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 9 of 14 shooting, while playing a major role defensively in limiting Wilson's effectiveness.
In the game Wednesday, Caitlin Clark should be out of this minutes restriction, but we got a bunch of things. First of all, let's get into some of the highlights of the baby goat, Caitlin Clark. The blonde bomber, Sophie Cunningham, lit it up too. I mean, damn. Look at that. Tween, step back, bang. I mean, Caitlin Clark was tearing their asses up today. Absolutely tearing their asses up today. I mean, rebound.
It continued a trend of Boston getting the better of that specific matchup, including during previous postseason meetings. Wilson finished with 20 points and 12 rebounds, but shot just 9 of 23 from the field. A rough 23% shooting clip.
Rebound, pushing it, just pushing the ball, going by Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray needs to retire. She stinks now. She moved like she got a piano on her back.
She told us.
She moved like she got a piano on her back. She can't guard anybody. Look at this sick step back from Caitlin Clark right here. I mean, the girl is unstoppable. Unstoppable.
It's getting stopped.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Get your ankles off the floor.
Part of that struggle traced back to free throw attempts. Wilson only got to the line twice, well below her usual volume of around 13 free throws a night. Without that customary whistle in her favor, her offensive output looked far more ordinary than usual.
Get your ankles off the floor. Come here. Caitlin Clark, the best that ever did it and got away. Caitlin Clark was unstoppable in this game. And, she just was able to do whatever she wanted. Getting to the basket, taking on the contact. Should have been and won. No call. It don't matter. It don't even matter, man. It does not matter. Caitlin Clark took over in Las Vegas as we knew she would.
Boston's physical, aggressive style on both ends clearly gave Wilson trouble throughout, and there didn't appear to be a real counter for it. Elsewhere on the Aces roster, Chelsea Gray continued to look limited athletically, and Jewel Lloyd's overall impact this game did little to support her reputation as one of the league's top guards.
As we knew she would, Caitlin Clark absolutely shut it down versus the Las Vegas Aces in limited minutes. Now, there's some other things we got to get to. Sophie Cunningham, the blonde bomber, absolutely lit it up from 3. Sophie Cunningham, if there's anybody that knows how to win in Vegas, it's Sophie Cunningham, bro. So most people are defeated by Las Vegas festivities. Sophie Cunningham was out partying at Dre's Beach Club. They had free bottle service.
This kind of performance raises real questions about where the Aces stand moving forward. Naturally, the environment felt like a home game for Indiana, despite being on the road. Fever fans travel extremely well, and Clark continues to draw massive crowds and make time for supporters wherever the team plays.
They had free bottle service. They had bottle service. Sophie Cunningham went to the UFC fight, became a ring card girl. Then she showed up to the game and proceeded to hit 7 of 9 from the floor and 6 out of 7 threes for 20 points off the bench. I mean, damn, Sophie. Damn, Sophie. How did you do it like that? Sophie Cunningham absolutely took over Las Vegas. She destroyed it. Sophie Cunningham did her big one. She had a hell of a night off the bench.
The building was packed with fever gear, signaling just how much the team's fan base has taken over road environments like this one. Bottom line, the Fever thoroughly dominated the Aces on their home floor, and Clark added another record to her growing list, all while working around a lingering minutes restriction that's clearly limiting her raw numbers.